れてきたのだろうか。いつから悲しみの記憶を継いでいた。過ぎた遠い日々に思いを馳せていた。 Without a regret call your way because I promised you。 時の針は再び運命の時へと動き始めた。 I want to live in the limited time。 悲しみを振り切れ Absolutely unreal of truth。 私に耐えるため涙に溶かしたこの痛みが明日を切り開くから。生きたい生きたいと願う意志が魂に光を灯すだろう。 I want to live in the limited time。 愛する者のため Resolution of the heart and soul。 この手で切り開く。いつかたどり着く結末へと時を刻み続けてゆく。 Still I am in this world。 I want to give and God lies and truth and sacrifice。 Still I am in this world。 I want to give and God faith and hate endless road brave on faith the meaning of my life。 記憶が見せる夢ぼやけたその景色に交わる運命が私を引き寄せた。思いが渦巻いた表裏のない世界。君との約束を見つけるためあの日から止まっていた時が今そんな未来へ動き始めた。 I want to live in the limited time。 絶望に抗え Resolution of the heart and soul。 この手でこの声で彼方で揺らめくあの光が未来へと続いていく。誰もが死ぬために生まれてきたのだろうか。いつから悲しみの記憶を継いでいた。過ぎた遠い日々に思いを馳せていた。 Without a regret call your way because I promised you。 時の針は再び運命の時へと動き始めた。 I want to live in the limited time。 悲しみ 生きたいと願う意志がああ魂に光を灯すだろう I want to live it in the limited time 愛する者のため Resolution of the heart and soul この手で切り開くいつかたどり着く結末へと時を刻み続けてゆく Still I am in this world I want to give and God rise and prove and sacrifice
Yippee!
Wow.
Hello, gamers.
Hello.
It's so funny seeing our different thingies. Okay, a totally normal visual novel day
Normal, yeah, normal.
with me, your host, Gaming Bleach.
Wait, I thought I was the host. I thought I was the crazy one.
Who's to say? But yes, last time on visual novel, which was also a very normal visual novel day, basically we watched the end of the fight where they both passed out and between Odette and Alan passed out a little bit slower, and we went and we patched him up, and Odette disappeared by the time we got back with like health stuff and snacks, and we went home and found Naomi and Miharu outside our house, and we were like, what the hell? And so we brought them inside, and then we actually concocted a plan for the next day, which we find out later that we actually shared all the information we had gathered thus far with each other about everybody involved. So that is including what's his name, Scale. That's including Scale. Yeah. That's including, I think, Alan. That's including Federico, but everyone kind of knows that Federico is just gonna die. So we talk about all that stuff and we come up with a plan for the next divine selection, which is we, as our character Rinka, did nothing. Miharu elected Odette, which is what Odette asked her to do. Federico got bent out of shape and also elected Odette still because he thought that was a good move. And then Scale was also mildly confusion, and Alan was enjoying himself. And was it Scale who elected?
Miharu, yes.
Yes. Okay, Scale elected Miharu. And then, so there was like a whole thing going on there. And then Miharu and Federico fought for the right of privilege of the whatever it's called. So they get precedent over killing Odette. And Miharu basically offers up her information because everyone already knows her name, so she offered up her cause of death. And Federico offered up his name, but then he did some quick maths and he was like, wait, if I offer any more, I'm fucked. So he bowed out, let Miharu kill Odette. He did it.
He killed Odette.
Yeah, he sure did. So he got the thing, killed Odette, and then
he also revealed his
found out that she was the one who like attempted to save him, and that was traumatizing. And then he felt really bad after that. And then Miharu went up with Scale, and they both came back down.
Yes, because they both have each other's 3 cards so they cancel each other out, which also affected Federico because he found out that she also had his 3 cards but chose not to cancel him out, which made him feel even more like shit.
Right. Yeah. So then he goes and like is like drinking himself to death the next day and runs into Alan and gets into a physical fight with Alan. And Alan
kicked.
finds out a piece of information that is probably tied to Federico's regret, which is a ring. And I think that's it.
Well, we're having this conversation now about
and
why Maharu thinks it's impossible for us both to survive.
We do need to have that conversation. So here we are. Did you want to read or should I read?
I'm actually eating, so my mouth is full, so.
Okie dokie. Miharu, Naomi, and myself gather at Lion House after school, just as we arranged.
悪いね。わざわざ店を閉めてもらって。
大丈夫。もともと利益を出すためのお店じゃないし、常連さんもみんなわかってるからさ。
We have important things to discuss today.
That sentence just doesn't make sense. Like we run a cafe not to make profit. What?
Well, yeah. Well, so Grandma tries to make a profit, but when we're opening it on the side, our goal isn't to make profit. We're just happy if we break even. We just want to do it because it's fun. Learning experience. Things we'd rather not have other people hear. Things regarding the secret behind Divine Selection that Miharu has kept bottled up. Just as we drop our bags and move to our usual seats, the door opens.
Alan. Damn it.
ごめんなさい。今はちょっとお店閉めてて。
Yeah, I was gonna say because he's coming for your information. It takes a moment to recognize who it is due to the way the light is shining in and concealing their face.
Oh no.
It's already inside by the time I figure out who he is.
あなたは。
Oh, that's worse.
Oh.
Nobody invited you, bro.
That's different. Yeah, fuck this guy.
写真では見ていたけれど、いい雰囲気のお店じゃないか。
Nobody invited you. It's closed. Don't you know? Can't you read? Wait, why did he walk in? How did he walk in? Don't you lock your doors when it's closed?
Apparently not. Number 9, Scale Jones is standing right in front of me. Not only is this the first time we met in the real world, it's also the first time we've spoken.
なぜ君が
Miharu glares at him. It's clear that he's wary of him. He's wary. I'm wary. They did just cancel each other out, so he's probably pissed. Naomi tries to stand, but I gesture for her to stay seated.
疑問に思うこともないだろう。ミハルが俺の指名を防御したのならば、俺の情報は凛か獅子舞にも知られていると思うべきだ。だとすれば、俺は次の選定で脱落してしまう。しかしまだアランとフェデリーコが残っているんだ。彼らをそのままにして俺が脱落するわけにはいかない。俺は正義のもとに行動しているんだ。
ならなぜ
I don't believe that now that I know you're paparazzi, my guy.
ミハルとあなた協力していたんでしょう。
No pleasantries are required between participants meeting for the first time. All that matters is gaining the upper hand.
君はオデット・マランソンとの協力が疑われたからね。その点については俺の早とちりではあった。謝罪しよう。
Effing liar.
His answer is clear and concise to the point of being suspicious. It almost sounds like a canned response. Canned? Anyway, it almost sounds like a canned response he practiced beforehand in anticipation of being asked that very question. Can't be trusted. I figure as much based on how I'd heard from Miharu, based on what I'd heard from Miharu. But meeting him in person only confirms it.
ごたくはいいだろう。君のことだ。林家に指名されないための取引をしに来たのだろう。
もしそうだったら早く話してください。
先輩、そこはそうじゃなくて、帰ってもらうように言うところじゃ。
君がすでになかったことになったアメ茶女子高校爆破テロ事件の被害者だね。無事助けられたことは聞いていたが、元気そうで何よりだ。
ナオミに
落ち着いてくれお嬢ちゃん。別にこれからこの子をどうしようという気はない。
The fact that he says that.
I know.
ミハルの言う通り、俺は取引をしに来た。取引というか、約束と言い換えてもいい。
Promise D's nuts. I make sure to keep my guard up as he continues.
アラン・フェデリーコを脱落させた後に残るのは俺たち3人だ。その3人が生き残れるかもしれない方法を持ってきた。
He looks as serious as can be. Around 30 seconds of silence follows. I realize that he's suggesting the same idea that Miharu shot down this morning, but I don't know how to reply. Miharu is the one to break the silence with an overdramatic sigh.
追い詰められて思いついたのがその手段か。おおよそ正義らしい平和的な解決方法ではあるけれど成立しない。
俺たち3人がお互いに指名し防御し合う。そうすれば誰も指名することはできなくなる。
だからその方法は成立しないんだ。いいだろう。これから話すつもりだったことさ。僕の秘密を教えよう。
ミハル先輩。
わかった。ここで俺はそう答えるしかないね。
Look at his grumpy face. Grrr. Surprisingly enough, he goes along with it. Scales makes his way into my cafe so he can hear her out.
リンカ、今朝した約束を覚えているね。
I can tell how serious she is from her expression.
I promise is hard because I already don't like you, so I don't know.
She made me promise not to hate her after hearing whatever this could be.
I mean, when you phrase it like that, I can't already hate you. I can't hate you after if I already hate you, so I guess it works out.
Loopholes, baby! My mindset hasn't changed, so I nod my head firmly.
女神の選定。これが一体何を選ぶための儀式なのか。 君たちも一度は考えたことがあるだろう。
The next god to run this for the next set of dinguses. Everything starts with this question. The ritual of divine selection is one that changes fate itself. It is the sole method by which one can escape their death. That's what Parka told us. What purpose is being carried out through this ritual, though? What purpose? She never said anything about that. In fact, she almost refuses to answer. I never even thought why, considering I was so preoccupied with ensuring Mai and Miharu's survival. I have my own suspicions about the whole thing, but they've only ever led me to more questions.
女神の選定において僕たちの死の運命が変わることは仮定に過ぎない。この残酷な儀式で選ばれるもの、それは女神の器さ。
Miharu goes on to explain what she means.
I think she's been smoking this stuff again.
She goes on to explain how she's high on like 20 pills.
She's on a lot
Apparently,
of antidepressants.
And they're not working! Needs more.
It doesn't
Apparently
help that
Parka can't remain in.
It doesn't help that she keeps looking at the thing that makes her depressed. Naomi.
Naomi doesn't make her depressed, it makes her angry.
Well, her with us with Naomi, I guess. More accurate.
Yeah, maybe. I have a sneaking suspicion it's like her life is the problem. But yeah.
Let's see what show.
Apparently Parka can't remain in the Court of Fate beyond the 12-week span that encompasses divine selection. To be more accurate, the Court of Fate can only be maintained for 12 weeks. Thus, Parka cannot remain longer than that. I'm not too sure about the logistics, but basically, she needs us in order to keep living.
器といっても物理的なものではない。僕たちそれぞれが持つ夢の世界、そこが女神の居場所になる。
How tragic. The dream world. According to Miharu, the dreams we have are all part of the dream world.
女神によれば、夢というのはあったかもしれない可能性の墓場であり、一方で誰もが持つ形而上の世界だそうだ。
Parka exists in a plane above ours, thus lives within our metaphysical worlds, or something like that. Can't say I understand what any of it means. It's because it sounds like a massive reach. Go on. The metaphysical refers to something without form. As a philosophical concept, it represents experiences that exist beyond our perception of space and time. So basically, it borders on the supernatural. Parka herself said that we couldn't be cognizant of such a conceptual world without some work on her part. That's why the Court of Fate was created, by linking our dream worlds into one shared space. We thus become cognizant of it.
運命の女神ってパルカって
See, it's probably gonna be true just
Taking time bomb.
because she's saying it as part of the plot, so this is their way of revealing it. But if it was me, I'm like, you've been smoking something, haven't you? What?
No, literally. Yeah. I came to the same conclusion that this is just the best way they've chosen to reveal it to us. But otherwise, it seems like such an insane logical leap that unless something specifically happened that made her think this, I'm sitting here like, yeah, she on the Zaza for real. There's no way.
Yeah, I would be like, source? And she'd be like, trust me, bro. Okay. Is this the part where
Source.
would make me hate you? Because that would piss me off, yes. Trust me, bro. It's like, yeah.
さあそれはわからない。少なくとも人間ではないことだけは確かだろうけれど、そして神というのなら、
Okay.
それこそ僕たちの認識できる
I
範
knew
疇では
that from
ない
day one. Like, what? You're not giving me new information. I know she isn't human. Yeah. I gathered that.
You know who else isn't human? That dude. I'm more intrigued by him.
じゃあ女神の選定っていうのは女神様が住む体を探すためのシステムみたいなもの
See, I don't know how we got here. Like, I know you've told me that that's how it works, but I don't understand how we got here. Nothing has been said or done or revealed to make this logical leap make sense. Oh, she only exists within our 12-week mental state and she needs a new body to live in. What? Why? Miharu nods in response to Naomi's question.
See, this is why she's gonna say we're gonna hate her, because she's like, April Fools! This is like, what?
You fool.
なんで12人もの人が争うようなことを
でも最後の一
True,
人
why
が
not
生
just
き残る
pick
ことが
one?
できる。これは本当ってこと。
ああ
Sure, unless we're saying that that's
僕が
not correct
君たちが
either.
言うみんなが生き残れる方法を否定した根拠でもある。
Just as I'm about to ask more questions, Scale butts in. I kind of forgot he was here. It's the first time he's spoken up since Miharu began her explanation. I hope he calls her stupid,
君たちも思っ
because...
ていただろう。ミハル、なぜ君はそんなことを知っている？君が聡明だからといって、まさか全て予想とは言わないだろう。
Thank
Yes,
you.
thank you.
This question is one that I, and most likely Naomi, are curious about.
簡単な話さ。僕が前回の女神の選定の生き残り、
What?
そして今回の女神の選定が始まるまで女神の器だったということだよ。
Is that why she's suicidal? Wait.
Wait, what? I'm sorry.
And she
what?
remembers that.
Wait. So what? You just had
Who
a...
are you? Dude, if she reveals that she's actually Rinka's mom from a different timeline, I'm gonna lose it.
No, that would be weird. I mean, they've done some weird things, but this weird incest would be like, okay.
Well, she never said her love was romantic. We just took it that way. We definitely think it's that way. But
Given that she said that her heart belongs to Rinka, I think it's safe to assume, yeah. And no.
based on that, no, that's not safe to assume.
I think-
your parents' hearts belong to their kids too.
No, what I
assuming
mean
they're,
is, like, she
you
also
know,
said
loving
something-
Parents.
The way she spoke to Naomi, I have to see the exact words, but I feel like she meant it like...
I know. I think
Yeah.
so too. I'm just saying. I'm throwing out some like wild nonsense here because if we're allowed to do this,
So wait, does that mean as long as we know Naomi, Miharu, she's just had a roommate in her head?
is it even a roommate? I don't.
I don't know.
Maybe? I don't know how it works.
Wait.
One, I don't know how it works. Two, I don't know how she's so like aware of it. And because it was the last time when she almost it's the time where she almost accidentally offed herself, and then she's like, "But I lived, honey. No, you didn't, but you won." Oh, nah, but this is crazy though.
Wait. Does that okay? But does that, if this is true, if we're taking it as face value, I still think she needs
And she did it again.
to
Oh
get
my
off her
God.
medication or get on some. I don't know. But does that mean we are maybe one too, and the dude in our dreams is because we lived one, or somehow our parents did we live one because we survived the fire? I don't know how we win
Because
one
the
as a
house-
freaking
Right,
baby.
we were already thinking that kinda. Yeah, we were already kinda thinking along those lines. But now if we know that the gods are just like weird dream travelers.
But
But this
I don't
one
know.
lasts longer than 12 weeks? Question mark? Or do we just get a coma every time where we don't remember? Like amnesia. Because we got amnesia this time.
It's possible that it just takes place in 12 weeks. It's just that it could end faster if everyone figures out. But like, were we a participant, or was our mother a participant? So we lived through her, then she died, and the thing got transferred into us. Because it's like, can a baby get selected for divine selection? And if it does, isn't that kind of OP because it doesn't have any cognitive thought, so it doesn't have a name, or at least knows his name. It doesn't know how it died. Like, how are you getting information from a baby?
I don't know. Well, I mean, I guess, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. And like, I'm wondering if it's like broken now, like they're cross-pollinating games where like the dude was a different traveler in her head and like Parka was a traveler in Miharu's head, and then they just happen to die at the same time, and now their games are cross-pollinating. And it's not supposed to be like that, and that's gonna be the out for why there could be two survivors, because they don't know a second god is involved.
Maybe, if this is what we're thinking, because if there's a second god, I want to know how she knows though. That's my question. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna go ahead because I want to know.
僕はこたびの選定が始まるまで夢の中で女神パルカと対話することができた。
ちょっと対話ってどういうこと？それに前回の選定ってそもそも前回っていうのがあって、それで
Okay, well, of course it's not the first one. Don't be foolish.
リンカ先輩、落ち着いてください。
Scale seems awfully composed in the face of our surprise.
なるほど、そういうことか。女神の選定が突然行われるのもおかしいと思っていた。これは継続的に行われている儀式なんだね。
But what occurs? Are their death? Does, like, if Miharu dies, an event happens that has to transfer it? I'm guessing.
I don't think that matters because now Parka's in the body of the previous winner, no?
She said that, yes, which is Miharu. So what I'm saying is, because she's traveling in Miharu, when Miharu dies, does she start the game so she can jump to another vessel or keep her current vessel alive, depending on who wins?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I don't know why Miharu would just be like an automatic contestant, because if your vessel dies, just let it die? Question mark? I don't know.
I guess it gives their a vessel a chance to live, especially if they die not through natural causes or like old age. There has to be a rule.
Right, but then imagine they die of old age, then they're in like a constant loop of just constantly restarting the 12 weeks.
If they live.
So it would be the same if that chronically ill girl had one. If Sonia had one, but she was gonna die in like a few days anyway. Right? Because you can't fix chronic illness, so then it would literally just be a reoccurring, like, they'd have to keep grabbing people that were like, I don't know. That seems weird. It's a weird system.
I don't
all
know.
I'm saying.
It may be that she has to grab, because I don't know how it. I don't know if this is how it originally goes, because the way they made a sound when the game started is like, we were selecting you 12 for this game, but you all happen to die. To make it sound like it's just a coincidence. Or maybe, I don't know if that's a lie. Because so if divine selection happens when their vessel dies, so they have to choose 11 other people that died at the same time. I think that's what they do. If I had to guess. So, because they have to die at the same time. And either their vessel lives.
That explains why Miharu feels like extra shit. Because she didn't know that Rinka had died.
Maybe.
Rinka and Naomi, I guess.
Well,
yeah. So it's just like, if I had not ended it all on that day, that time, like, it would have been different or something. I don't know.
Well, technically, if you think about it, she saved her. This is okay. My brain just went to a place where maybe, what if she ended her life on purpose? No, she didn't. No, I was gonna say to save Rinka, but no, then she would know that she was in the game, but she was shocked she was in the game. Right. I don't know. Because this doesn't make sense. If she knows the game, if this is on the basis she knows that Parka is in her dreams and how everything works, why would she commit seppuku if she knew this would happen? 11 other people would get pulled and she would have to eliminate them to stay alive again. Like, I don't. There's something we're missing.
She probably doesn't want to stay alive.
There's like something I'm missing. Like, okay.
There's a lot that's missing. I'm hoping they explain.
前回の選定、それは何年前の話なんだい？
残念ながら僕が覚えていないほど昔の話さ。まだ1歳にもなっていない。
Wait, what? Okay. What the freak?
It's going to be tied to Rinka's parents. It is going to be
It
tied.
has to.
そんなに小さな君が生き残れたと。誰か協力者でもいたのかい？
Yeah,
looks guiltily at Rinka.
because it doesn't make sense. The youngest we saw was Sonia, and like, what, she was 10?
10-ish. Yeah.
So there's no way they would pick someone like. How do they? There's no way a divine selection happened and that baby was selected. I feel like this divine selection is special because of how they explain how 12 of us died at the same time, when originally 12 of those 12 were supposed to meet at a location. So
yeah,
I think
there's something going on.
この話は終わりだよ。これ以上僕に話せることはない。2人以上が生き残ってしまえば、女神の器を選ぶという儀式の目的がおかしくなってしまう。それで十分だろう。
十分なはずはないが、それは俺との対話を打ち切るということだね。仕方がない。 この話を聞けただけでもよしとしよう。
So determined there, sir. It's odd, really. He knows I'm going to elect him, but he never tried to make me reconsider. It's like he isn't worried in the slightest. That realization is enough to shift the surprise away from what Miharu has just revealed.
これ以上長居しても新しい情報は得られなさそうだ。ここは退散させてもらおう。
With that, he makes his way out of Lion House without a care in the world. Oh, it's so fucked. Oh. Oh. Soon after, the three of us end up at our usual table. That's all, though. We just sit there in silence. I figure nothing will change if I don't speak up. That prompts me to work up the courage to say something.
美晴はさ、初めから二人で生き残る気はなかったの？
No.
She draws her eyes away from me. I take a bit to think before I continue.
ごめん。意地悪な質問だったね。
No, it wasn't. Slap her while you're saying it. Then maybe.
美晴と私が最後の二人になった時、やっぱり美晴は私にその一席を譲ってくれるつもりだったんだよね。お互いに指名し合って美晴は防御をしない。そう。
She'd let herself get eliminated and leave me as the sole survivor. I'd become the vessel for the goddess or whatever, but in exchange, she'd let me escape my death.
But I might already be a vessel, which means I would just have two? That sounds horrible. Though it makes us OP, because we can be like, if we get into another divine selection, we're like, yo bro, one of you can survive with me, it's fine.
あの男が多くを聞かずに帰っていったわけは、僕の話した内容からおおよそ君も気づいているだろう。この選定が始まったのは僕の死がきっかけだということに。
That's what puzzles me. Why the hell did you do it? It probably would have still happened because
I'm guessing crippling guilt, like survivor's guilt, to be honest.
I don't know. But she says she happened before she even remembered. So how would she know that this divine selection happened? All she would know is that she has a
Because
basically.
Parka's in her fucking brain.
But Parka has no, like, what's it called? Incentive to tell her. And what makes it hard is that she makes it sound like when they talk, like they don't know each other. But theoretically, this has been your roommate for like years now.
That roommate is crazy.
Technically, yeah, she sees her every night in her dreams. So this is hard because at the same time, if we're a vessel for someone else, we are getting the dreams of this guy now. It doesn't mean we've been having the dreams and we just don't remember him, or like, do we? Oh my god, I feel like this just. I don't know how to feel about this twist. I'm gonna see how it plays out. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't know how you feel about it.
I don't know. It's whatever. I failed to find any words to reply with after her explanation. Instead, Naomi speaks up.
女神の器に選ばれた人が命を落とした時、次の選定が始まる。つまり今回の
ああ、そうさ。僕の死因は君たちも知っている通りだ。凛花のような事故とは違う。自らの意志で始め、最も大切な人を苦しめてしまった。
I mean, maybe that's how we get her guilt off when we reveal where to have a god. It's like, yo, bro, the games would happen regardless, with or without you.
While I know the cause and am in possession of the card, I don't know the details behind it.
What do you think seppuku means? Like, I mean, sure, you don't know. I don't know.
I couldn't bring myself to ask her before either. It's relevant now, so buck up. Mainly because I felt it had no relevance to divine selection.
So how'd you unalive yourself?
Not how, why. The last thing I want is to force her to talk about something like that.
How, why, the weather, during... Tell me everything. Fuck it.
There's one thing I know for certain, though.
違うよ。いつだって美晴は心から死にたいって思ってたわけじゃない。だから
いいんだ凛花。君の持っているカードが結果であり、全てさ。
Yet again, I'm left without a means to respond. She's made it abundantly clear that she doesn't want any form of consolation.
このことを話せば、僕たちが最後の二人になった時に、君はお互いに指名し合うという方法をためらうだろうと思っていた。
About what? What do you...
だから話さずにいたのだけれど、これではこれまで黙っていたことも無意味だったようだ。
無意味なん
Bean
かじゃないです。
spillage.
だって美晴先輩はそれくらい凛花先輩が生き残るために考えて。
君に何がわかるんだい？
Bro, why are you being an ass right now?
美晴、それは
Chill, Miharu. Chill.
いいんです。私が
No, you were not. I feel like she wasn't. But, whatever.
凛花に嘘をつき、羊さんに八つ当たり。僕は最低だな。
Yes. I'm happy we finally agreed on something.
Miharu derides herself before standing up. Hold on.
She was writing herself? That's...
Express contempt for or ridicule. Wow.
Oh, she was just hopping on her own self like that. Okay. Guess I should be impressed. Huh.
I shoot up immediately after, although it takes me a little longer to find the right words to refute her.
違うよ美晴。そんなんじゃ。
帰って頭を冷やすさ。それでいいだろう。
先輩。
もう一度君を騙すのはできないかもしれない。
Yo, this is the point where we ask all the questions we want. She can't lie.
Miharu takes her leave, refusing to look back even when we attempt to stop her. I notice her biting her lip as she is leaving too. She's doing everything she can to hold something back. With Miharu gone, Naomi and I sit down facing one another. It pains me to know that I'm the one responsible for making Miharu feel the way she does. It was for my sake that she never mentioned anything about becoming a vessel. My survival means so much to her that she's willing to lie to me. She's been dealing with far more than I could have ever imagined.
三春先輩、大丈夫でしょうか。
Maybe it's just me, but I feel like they're overplaying some of it. I don't know.
時間を置けば大丈夫だとは思う。でも私の責任だ。私がスケールさんの言葉に傾いたから、ミハルはそれが不可能だと伝えるために。
凛花先輩のせいじゃないです。私の。
ナオミのせいでもない。ミハルが一番辛いはずなのに、私たちがこんな風に慰め合うのはずるいね。先にそれを言ったのは私。ごめんね。
そうですね。あんな秘密を抱えていて平気だったわけないですもんね。
女神の選定の秘密。ミハルは初めから自分が生きる可能性すら思っていなかったんだ。
Yeah, not when she found out you were in the game. She gave up.
いよいよわかりませんね。女神様って女神の選定って一体何なんでしょうね。女神と対話していたって言ってましたよね。だとすれば凛花先輩の運命を三春先輩は知っていたんでしょうか。
うん、それはないと思う。だって夢の世界で初めて私と会った時のミハルは心底驚いていたから。そう思うとさ、女神の選定がなかったなら私は命を落としたままだったんだね。
And Naomi. But if we think you're also a vessel, if divine selection probably would have happened anyway, so her feeling guilty either way is redundant.
Yeah, if there's a double activation there, boy howdy.
Because one, it activated. Two, even if she's right and it was her fault, you kind of saved the person you loved. So not intentionally, but still, like, why do you feel guilty about dragging her in? Saved her freaking life. Like, I don't know. So I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but none of this conversation just like took away where it's like I don't get why you're being rude and all this is happening, and you feel that way. But okay, maybe it's just me. I don't know how you feel or take it.
I mean, it's no different from how it's been this whole time. They're all still acting in the same character, so I don't feel any differently. I'm just taking in the information as they're giving it to me because it's like there are so many holes that I'm just waiting for them to fill the holes. And then if we get to the end and they didn't fill the holes, then I'm going to have an opinion, right? But until we get there, I don't know. It's also thanks to Divine Selection that the terrorist attack on that day was undone at all.
死の運命って受け入れるべきものなのかな。
嫌です。
Oh my god, now we're getting... Naomi speaks up with a quivering voice.
先輩と出会うこと、先輩が私を助けて死んでしまうこと、私が殺されてしまうこと。
She's like, don't do this to me.
コーヒーの入れ方を教えてもらうこと、文化祭で模擬店を出すこと、美晴先輩と喧嘩すること、美晴先輩のことを知ることができたこと、全部が決まってるっていうなら、私運命なんて大嫌いです。
True, you've been put through the ringer, bestie. Your life has been shit.
Fate was just like, yo, I'm about to mess with this one.
Yeah, she's like not involved, but she's gonna be involved.
それに先輩たちがもしいなくなってしまったら、女神の選定の期間中のことを私は忘れてしまいます。それも運命で決まっているなんて思いたくないです。だって先輩たちとの思い出は私の大切な。ごめんなさい。辛いのは私じゃなくて先輩たちの方なのに。
ありがとう、ナオミ。そう言ってくれるから、私はまだ諦めずにいられる。
I don't want everything to be undone. My encounters, my accomplishments, I don't want any of it to be for naught. That being the case, I have no choice but to live. Alongside Miharu. Okay, well, we've just talked about this.
それぞれが指名を防御して誰も指名することができなくなった場合のことを女神は
We're just gonna do rock, paper, scissors.
She's like, I didn't expect this. Rock, paper, scissors. It's like, this would decide everything. It's like, oh. You know, if I was a Parka, I'll be like, whoever survives, survives. If one of them was my previous vessel, I'll just stay there. I don't care if anyone else lives on the two. Like, I don't know.
My brain just went down the really extreme path of like playing out how the rock, paper, scissors would work out if it was her and Miharu, where they both make an agreement to go rock. But like Rinka knows that Miharu's trying to lose to her, so she would go scissors, so then she would go scissors to tie it. And they'd be like, what the hell, man? And then Miharu's gonna start panicking because she doesn't know what to pick. Because what if she accidentally wins? And like, sorry, it just my brain went down that whole dramatic, and I like watched that shit play out like a movie, and I was like, ooh, I'm gonna throw up.
Miharu picks rock, and
Anyway.
then Rinka picks scissors. It's like, well, damn.
Right.
2 out of 3, nope, bye. And then it just kills her. Like,
2 out of 3. Yeah.
the best 2 out of 3, nope, bye. And just like eliminates her. It's like, doesn't even let them get a farewell. Be like, nah, you're stupid, bye.
Bye, bitch. I can't recall if I explained this to her before, so I make sure to go over it again just in case.
ダメ元でやってみるってことですか？
We'll see how things go.
What other choice do we have? Like, oh, I'm gonna stop playing now.
そうしよう。スケールさんと
Broken
もう
game.
一度話してみようと思うんだ。
Game's rigged.
Uninstall.
I don't want to play it anymore.
Refund. Yeah, like, hello? What choice do we have but to ride it out?
Why do we want to talk to Scale yet?
先輩は先輩ですごく安心しました。
Like an idiot? No, I
Because
don't
he
like
knows
that.
shit. Naomi makes her way home after our chat in order to get back before it's too late.
It's too late.
Well, apologize. We're already coming up to the end of June, so the daylight lasts longer now. It's still nice and bright outside despite it being past 6. Seeing her off also helps me to reaffirm something important. There was meaning behind us meeting. Okay. I open up the cafe sometime after 7. Feel pretty... What?
What?
I don't know. I thought you were like laughing or something. I was like, what do you...
I wasn't laughing.
Oh, I feel pretty bad about it considering I saw a number of regulars pass by while getting the place ready. Just let him in then. It's hard to call this place everyone's second home with my schedule, but I just don't have it in me to completely close shop. I'm willing to admit that this might not be the best approach. So long as my grand gives me the okay, I want to ensure that the store remains open as much as possible.
なんかすっかり疲れるのにも慣れちゃったな。
That's the first thought to enter my head when I lay down after taking a shower.
ミハル。
My mind jumps to Miharu immediately after, however.
She's a good friend.
Pain. More specifically, that expression of hers as she left. Oh, okay. Okay, but for story, we have to get in touch with her.
No.
I know you hate her, but like something's probably gonna happen, right? Or they could just shut us down, I guess, but like...
Nah.
Come on.
Screw her.
Come on.
Nah. I feel like for story we should just already start burying her grave.
Well, if we get in touch with her, she can help us dig it. What do you mean?
Nah. Given her arms and how much she sliced them, nah.
Damn.
やっぱり放っておけないよ。
Yes, you can.
No, you can't. She may be staying with family, but she's still alone in a way. No one in her own home is truly there for her. She might be beating herself up as I sit here and think.
Specifically with a razor.
I'd much rather hear her voice right now, so I opt to call rather than text her. She answers before the first ring ends.
Damn, she just like jumped on that. She saw the
when
word.
Bay calls.
She saw the words Rinka and just like pile drive her phone to answer it.
Yeah, full elbow. Ah! This is a very different view of the park. It's interesting. Unless it's a different park. Miharu says she wants to see me the moment she picks up the phone.
I said,
Oh.
That's pretty weird, bro, and hung up.
I feel like this is gonna hurt me. We decide to meet by Zojoji Temple, the very same place we brought Sophia.
And where she told me to
When
not
she
get
was-
attached. Let the
I
child.
know, the first time she was being a cunt, and we were like, what the hell, man?
The child will die. Let it just suffer in that corner.
Tokyo Tower shines as brightly as ever. I'm not sure why she chose this place, but there's no denying that pleasant scenery can cleanse the heart. This place definitely fits the bill.
お待たせリンカ。
Wow.
すまないね。こんな
Oh
遅くに。
no.
うん気にしないで。私もさ、美晴が心配だったから。
Miharu was wearing casual attire, much like me. Chances are we'd stop by the police if we were. We'd be stopped by the police if we were out in our school uniforms at this hour. Granted, one could easily assume we were delinquents, being out this late with no proper excuse.
昼間のことも感情的になってすまないと思っているよ。羊さんにも悪いことをした。それも気にしなくていい。ナオミだって分かってるから。
Yeah, because Naomi's nice. Unlike you.
ありがとう、リンカ。
Miharu stares into my eyes as she whispers my name.
And I whisper back, thanks, friend.
Like this. I feel a strange relief knowing that she's here with me. It's proof that we're both still alive.
僕が前回の女神の選定の生き残りであり、女神の器であることまでは話したね。それだけではなく、どうしても話しておかなければいけないことがあるんだ。前回の女神の選定は
17年前の7月23日から開始された。
Shit.
僕だけではなく
Here we go. Buckle up, chat. It's gonna hurt.
By the way, they just confirmed they're 17. Wait, how-
Yes. I guess that's true. We didn't know what flavor of high schooler they were, so you're right.
Wait, how does she know that our parents? Wait, what the hell?
I'm telling you. Well, she just said it's the stuff that Parka was telling her.
Oh, well, still. Why the hell will Parker? Okay.
私の両親が2人とも
I barely know anything about my parents. It turns out that they were participants in divine selection, much like myself. I'd say it was surprising, but I'm more concerned about how to process this revelation in the first place.
ちょっとだけ待ってね。私のお父さんとお母さんが女神の選定の参加者で、でもミハルも参加者だったってことで。
But that doesn't add up.
Wait, that doesn't make sense. From what we are assuming, isn't both of Miharu's parents alive? Because they got a divorce eventually, so like...
Why are we talking about Miharu's parents?
No, because if they were in divine selection and only one can survive, but they were
When did
both...
they ever say Miharu's parents were in divine selection?
She said that along with your parents.
Yeah, Rinka's parents.
Yeah, her parents along...
ちょっとだけ待ってね。私のお父
Blah, 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 blah.
前回の女神の選定は17年前の
Okay.
7月
Oh, okay. I thought
23
she
日
said
から
her
開始され
parents.
た。
But wait, that's... Okay, still. What the hell?
ちょっとだけ待って。
Did you read this part? It doesn't add up.
僕は中学
Oops.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Miharu's birthday is...
But it doesn't
But that
add...
doesn't add up. Miharu's birthday is later on in the year, December 12th to be precise. Noticing my confusion, Miharu goes on to clarify. I'm older than you
僕
think I
は
am.
中学生の時に1年
Yep.
間休学しているのさ。だから年齢で言えば凛花や真央より一つ上なんだ。
So we're 16. Got it.
No, she's 18. Because she was 1 when the thing happened 17 years ago.
She said
She's
she was
18, we're
barely
17. Naomi...
But she
I
said
think
she
is
was...
the grade below us, right? So she's 16?
Yeah, but didn't she say she was barely one? So I was going off that she wasn't even one yet.
Oh,
As she
maybe.
said.
Well, I guess it depends on... Yeah, it depends. She's somewhere in there. But basically, it's a 1-year age gap across the board.
Wait, if she is 18, does that save it for you?
No, I never stopped thinking she was hot. She just has personality issues.
No, I meant like, because they were both legal. But then, wait, doesn't that make it weird? Because if she's 18...
Oh. No, that doesn't save it.
Wait, but doesn't that make it worse? Because if she's 18... Well, okay.
Okay, 17 to 18 is less weird than, like, whatever Audette is to 18. But I don't want to argue the semantics here. I just think it's weird.
Okay.
It's all weird.
Okay, well,
We don't need it.
So I'm just...
Throw it all in the garbage.
Because she said she was barely one, so I'm assuming she's 17. I could be wrong. But... So, she's at least 17, 18. Rinka's 16, 17. and Naomi is 15, 16. Approximately. All that.
Right.
Okay.
美晴って年上だったの？ごめん。
Yeah, math is hard.
何が何だか。
You lied.
Use less words. We are dumb. I do my best to organize my thoughts really quick. Both of my parents were Divine Selection participants in the past.
Is this the thing that she doesn't want to tell us because she technically killed our parents, I guess? By winning?
Rather, I think the parents self-sacrificed so that Miharu could live.
I would assume. It depends on the people participating. I think the parents would be fine with letting a baby survive to the end.
Yeah, we're gonna have to find out how that played out.
Wait, but how the hell? I still don't understand. The game has to be different that first time, right? Because it doesn't make any fucking sense otherwise.
How so?
Because you have to say the cards. I don't think she was barely one, so I don't think she could speak.
My guess is that there's a way around that we don't know yet, because then otherwise they shouldn't have a baby in Divine Selection at all.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
So there's got to be a way to self-sacrifice that Miharu was going to use to take away Rinka's choice.
Well, for what we gather is that she was just not gonna say. She was gonna do something like Odette, where Rinka was gonna say the 3 cards, assuming Miharu's also gonna say her 3 cards, but she says, "Nah, I'm not gonna do that." So like,
Yeah, originally that's what we thought, but now I'm thinking there's a different loophole that we just don't know about yet. Miharu was a participant then as well, but it turned out she's 1 year older than me. That would make her 7 months old at the time. Following that line of thought, I come to a certain revelation.
私、選定の期間中に生まれてる。
huh?
Something like that. Yeah. Something like that for sure.
So how did we? You think we loopholed? Okay, wait. What is a rule for children born during Divine Selection? Because we know the only person we
Yeah,
saw.
for some reason she lived. Something's going on, man. I don't know. It makes no sense.
It doesn't help we were in a fire. If it was something like what the pregnant lady, where she died giving birth, that would make sense. We were like, okay, we probably died because our mother died. But we know our mother died during the fire where we were in too. Our mother and father. Huh. This is just adding questions that you know.
Yeah, I'm gonna need them to be really specific about their answers for sure.
僕にとって世界で最も尊い日の一つ、君の誕生日。7月27日は前回の選定が始まってから訪れている。
Jesus fucking Christ! Nobody asked.
I'm wondering if that's why her hair's fucked up. I'm also wondering if that's why she has the god in her head, because she's just different.
That's what I'm assuming.
Like, yes, she was different, but we just didn't know. Like, no, like, you're different.
You know, now that I'm like, my head's playing around with this, it's kind of morbid that I know she probably didn't do it on purpose and her parents still sacrificed, but still, like, You ended our parents and now you're trying to romance us. That's weird.
I don't know.
You think that's why she's infatuated with us? What I mean is, like, she knew
Yes.
who we were, so she's always, like, watched us, which it's creepy, but, like, she's watched us. Maybe at first out of guilt, wanting to make sure we were fine, because our parents are dead because of her. And then it turned into something else, which is weird, but, you know.
Yeah.
That's weird, but... Wow. She's falling further in my mind. She should have revealed this to me.
でも因果の時が7月23日ならさ、私の両親は私を産む前に亡くなっている。あれ、どうして私は生まれているの？
Probably because you had some sort of interaction with Miharu. I don't know how it works, but like, I don't know. It's a weird loophole in the first
命はど
place.
こから命だとカウントする？僕にはわからない。けれど母親の体内の輪廻が命であり、
Right.
選定の参加者でなければ命がなかったことになるのはおかしいということなのかもしれない。
Wait, but... Okay, but that still doesn't make any sense.
そういうことになる。
Ours is
Right.
the
She could have
27th,
just been.
でも
and it
因果
happened
の
the
時が7月23日ならさ、私の両親
Yeah.
は私
If
を
it
産
was
む
like
前
a
に亡くな
day
っている。
difference, maybe, but that's like how
ど
many
うして私
days?
は生まれているの？
Four. Huh? 4. So how we were reborn if our mother died on the 23rd, but the 27th? What?
Okay, so technically I could have an answer for this. But it's the fact that she died in a fire is what makes it complicated. But assuming the damage wasn't too bad and she just died of like smoke inhalation and she wasn't like burned alive, right? There are known cases where medically they have kept the mother, quote unquote, alive. She is not alive, but she is hooked up to machines. Like when people donate their organs and stuff, the machines keep them fresh so that the baby can come to term and then they will deliver it. But I don't think it's actually delivered. I think they C-section it. I don't know. But that is like a thing.
Yes.
So
I was thinking it, but at the same time, remember, we had a dream where we were in a fire. So...
right.
And so like that's what doesn't make sense. So to me,
Right. I'm trying to throw them bones where I can because they have so much to explain.
命はど
Some believe life begins the moment the mother becomes pregnant. Sorry. Others
Okay.
believe that it begins the moment you're born into the world. Maybe it depends on when the mother considers her child to be alive.
I think medically it's when the brainstem is formed.
Maybe that's one of the options for sure.
But I don't know.
The problem is that there's possible options, right? We just need to see how they like possibly explain it because it's just so crazy right now. Also, welcome in. Basically, July 3rd was the day my parents would die, but not me. That must be why I was able to survive the fire and be born during divine selection.
だとすると、おばあちゃんが私を見つけたのは7月23日。
Okay, flubbed birthday?
なんでおばあちゃんは27日が私の誕生日だって教え
Wait,
てくれたんだろう。
because if what we're saying is right, where I don't know how, I'm not gonna read how to read that name, but it's true. We were born on the 27th, and like Naomi, the granny, remembers us being born on that day.
Oh, you think the fate flubbed the timeline a little?
Yeah, with Naomi, because Naomi has some memory, so the granny probably remembers us being born on the 27th, but because we can't have the 20 be born on the 27th, we got pushed out.
Because she refuses to talk about our parents' death. That's probably it. I think you cooked. I think you found it. I think her memories just surrounding the whole thing are wrong. And so she just doesn't know shit. Yeah. Yeah, you probably found it. My name's become something of a mystery too.
Because yeah, the granny says she knows that our mother named us Rinka, but she doesn't know when.
Rinka. She said that it was my mom who named me, and that she did so after my birth. The process of overwriting people's memories isn't perfect, but is that enough to justify this?
羊さんは改変された記憶を夢で見たと言っていただろう。同じような現象があったのかもしれない。どちらも現実であり、君のおばあ様は自分にとって重要な夢を選んだ。
うん。おばあちゃんは私の名前はお母さんがくれたんだよって確信を持って教えてくれてた。疑いなんてしてなかったと思う。
それで十分ではないかい。理由のつかないことは理由のつかないままでもいいと思う。女神も詳細は語らないからね。
It'll take far too long for me to fully accept all these new revelations. Miharu looks as though she has more to say as well, so I should focus on hearing her out for now. Still, there's something I want to ask her before letting her continue.
前回の選定の時、ミハルはまだ赤ちゃんだったんだよね。それなのに、どうやって最後の一人になっ
Yes,
たの？
inquiring minds need to know.
選定の参加者の中にもし赤ん坊がいたら君ならどうする？
I'll be like, easy win.
You're so foul. It basically answers itself. Does it? Because I feel like the banana here needs some assistance with understanding. There's no doubt that I do everything in my power to protect that baby.
Unless your name is Alan. Then you're like, F that baby.
True, Alan doesn't give a flying floop. He's just like, nah.
That would be the first one to go. You know, I think Alan, maybe. So I think someone like Snake. I call them Snake. Scale would pretend like he's protecting the baby and work with everyone and be like, don't worry, I'll make sure the baby lives. I'll make sure the baby lives. Eliminate everyone and eliminate the baby once it was just them two. I think Alan would be more straightforward, ironically, and just eliminate the baby outright. Where Scale will be sneaky. I don't know, not existing.
Just not existing.
Because this is about to be our AP.
At the very least, I wouldn't be able to convince myself to gather information on it, let alone elect it.
私の両親が美晴を助けたんだね。
How do you learn a baby's regret?
Yeah, that's what we were just asking. I don't know. How is a baby cognitive? 7 months, mind you, because she said she was 7 months. Cognitive enough to know its name, know that it died, and again, it's regret.
At 7 months, it still mostly just needs basic necessities. So, like, cry when hungry, cry when tummy hurt, cry when need comfort.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, it's that's a rough one.
All three of the cars just said wah.
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 もう一人幼すぎる僕を見捨てられなかった人がいるらしい。メガンに曰く君の両親とその一人の3人で12回目の選定まで僕を守り、3人が同時に指名し合って脱落したそうだ。スケール・ジョーンズは協力者がいたことに気づいていたようだけれど、それが君の両親とまでは思い至らないだろう。
I like how when she says scale, it's the fullness. Scale Jones. With 4 people left, 3 were eliminated. That left Miharu as the sole survivor and thus the winner. Ah. I understand all too well why they made that choice. If there's anything that would prove my relation to my parents, it'd be this.
だからこそ、仮にソフィアが実際ほど聡明ではなく、オデットたちとも会っていなかったらと思うと、僕は怖かった。
That's why she's like,
同じこ
not
とを
let
す
the
るの
child
ではない
die.
かとね。
Sophia was wise beyond her years. Yeah, the terminally ill 10-year-old.
I mean, when you don't have that many years, you kind of have to grow up fast. So.
Yeah. Experience 80 years of life in 10 years. She knew that she wouldn't live long, even if she did survive due to her illness. She understood the reason why Odette threatened her too. What if she was just your average kid, though? As Miharu said, I might have given my own life to save her. Of course, we're talking about things that aren't possible anymore.
もしかして美晴が私のためにってずっと言ってくれていたのは私の両親のことがあったからなの？
I asked this without a second thought. Her claim that she would give her life for me might be her way of making things up to my parents. Miharu wastes no time in replying. The tone of her voice is far more intense than normal.
違う、リンカ。それは全くもって違う。僕は君に嫌われることよりも、そう勘違いされることを恐れていた。
Please stop my heart. Yeah, get your screenshot. I'm gonna eat this carrot.
どういうこと？
How so, friend?
Shut up!
ああ、もう。君はどうしてそう。
Woody?
Dense is a neutron star looking ass.
That's very rude of you, friend.
She covers her face with one hand, her voice somewhat distressed. I can only assume that there's something else she meant to get across. God, her suffering. I can't.
This is like pulling teeth.
Why do they do me like this?
大丈夫。何を聞いたって、美晴のことを嫌いになんてならない。
We'll still be friends
隠し
after
てて
this.
辛いなら話して。
Nar.
Nothing will change. We will still be friends after today. Oh my god, that's basically what she's saying.
I approach her, gazing into the eyes she's trying to keep covered behind her right hand. There's about an 8-inch height difference between us, so this is the only way for me to get a proper look at her face.
君はどうしてそんなに
Cucumber. She casts her eyes away and steps back before mumbling the rest of the sentence to herself.
What was that, friend? Can you repeat that?
She said, "You're so cucumber, shut up."
美晴
Oh no. Oh god. Ugh. I can't do this. Her eyes fall back on me, though she refuses to face me head on. Silence ensues as we stare at one another. The light of the nightscape causes her eyelashes to shimmer.
分かった。僕も心を決めよう。ただし、ちょっと
Oh
待っ
my
てくれ。
god.
3回深呼吸
Oh
を
my
させて
god.
ほしい。
I can't do this. I can't be here. I can't do it.
Friend zone her, please. Friend zone her.
God forbid this ends up being a choice, because I know you're gonna fight me so hard. Saying that, she really does start to take deep breaths.
I swear, if it is a choice and it says something with the word friend in it, I'm not even asking you. I'm hitting that just for fun.
No. I guess it's something big if it requires this much courage for her. So I make sure to remain quiet until she finishes taking her 6th breath. Why are you counting? You notice so much about her that is not normal to notice.
Cause she's like, I'm
Stop.
standing here. That's 3. That's another breath. Like Jesus.
Rinka.
She speaks my name before falling silent again. I'm in so much pain. Don't smile at me. I won't rush her. This has to be a revelation even more shocking than that of my parents being participants in the previous divine selection.
I mean, for you maybe, but for everyone else, it's like history.
I can't breathe.
Ah, this must be important. So important that nobody else knows, obviously.
Stop it.
僕は君が好きだ。
We know you said that before. Say
Please
it
be like,
better,
yes,
'cause
I
she's
know it's
stupid.
friend.
Miharu, please, she's so stupid. I'm gonna cry. I'm crying.
私も美晴は好きだけど。
Oh, I love you too, friend. Oh.
Nah. Stop. We can't do this shit again. We cannot. Just get your screenshot and hit the next button. Oh my god!
Oh.
Help me! Help me! Shut up! I'm starting to hate her face. Well, not what I expect at first. It doesn't take too long for me to understand exactly in what way she means her words. No, I don't believe that. Anyway, I answer her right away on reflex. I can't do a short time between that and my total comprehension of her words feels like an eternity. We're in a nice place. Shut up. No. Why would you stop it? No. We're in a nice place at night with no one else around. She had to find the courage to say what would otherwise be a simple saying between friends. I'm crying. I'm crying.
Oh my god.
This is so unreal. How many times? How many times? Why?
Listen.
Why was I here just to suffer? We've spent so much time together discussing divine selection, a matter of life and death, that I figured she just wanted to be more direct for once. It hurts so bad. Knowing her, I figured she'd said it that way on purpose.
You think?
But now it all makes sense.
Is she actually
Does it?
connecting the dots?
I can't, what?
Is she connecting the dots for once?
I doubt it. She never ever meant it the way I thought she did. Okay, come on, baby. I can't believe how dense I've been. No wonder she made that black hole comment. Okay, that doesn't make this hurt any. Okay, that's a funny face. I hate that face less.
私の予想が正しければちょっと私の方が心の準備が
Hold on.
だって
I am trying to do something.
Stop it. Whatever you're doing, stop it. I refuse. I don't. No.
No, it's fine.
Dude,
it's
my
fine.
body's shaking. I think I'm experiencing trauma.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. You will find out later. Anyways.
Yeah, I figure it's the ending podcast scene.
Don't worry. Maybe I should get this picture too.
I'm just
Hold on.
gonna eat my carrot.
Let me get this picture while I'm at it, I guess. Alright.
Wow, such a good carrot.
Wait, what about it?
私たち女同士
Stop! Just stop! How many times? Why are you killing me? Why are you killing Harley? I don't.
Oh my god! This is amazing! Oh, this is amazing. Oh, now I don't know which one I should use. Oh,
Shut the hell up.
Ringo, why are you
shut
doing
the
this
damn
to me?
hell up. I'm done with you. I'm done with you. I can't. Oh my god. Dude, I'm like crying and hydrating myself. Holy shit.
Oh, this is amazing.
Dude,
April
people
Fools.
are just getting a show for free. What? God.
関係ない。僕は散々君にアピールしてきたつもりだよ。獅子舞凛花。 僕は君が好きだ。
Okay, see, you could have said that last part a lot sooner.
恋愛の意味で
Please let me reject her.
君の笑った顔も怒った顔も黒い髪も金の髪も柔らかい肌も身長が低いのも可愛い。決してスタイルが良くないのも可愛い。
Okay, those felt like insults towards the end, but sure.
Thank you for the extra hydrate.
優しいところが好きだ。おせっかいなところが好きだ。必死なところが好きだ。危ういところも好きだ。凛花のすべてが僕は好きだ。
She's not gay. And you're gonna die. Just the ability to speak. Never before have I been this shocked by something Miharu had to say. She has the advantage while I'm in this state too. She continues to stare at me, her entire face having exploded into a bright shade of red. This is a new sensation for me. I never knew just how much one's heart could flutter when faced with the love of another.
あれ、言葉が、
Oh, we broke her. Oh, Lord. I shoot my glances all around my surroundings in a panicked search for words. Like they're gonna be written down. She starts reading the park sign, like the rules. I desperately need help, but there's no one around.
If I was there, I'd be holding out a sign like, say, "Thanks, friend."
No!
And just hope she reads it out of panic.
She should stop it. She's literally just screaming, I need an adult! I guess that means I need to face this situation all on my own.
Run!
Oh.
She's about to say
No,
sorry.
don't say stop. Oh god. Oh god. I'm suffering. I cut myself off right away. Apologizing now would mean I've turned her down. I know, that's why I got scared. I don't think I'm ready to do that yet. Oh my god.
Bro, that was your first instinct.
No, but don't take forever though. Just, you gotta pick one. You can't be like, can I tell you later? Like, we can't be doing that. There is no later. She's dying later.
Honestly, if that was your first instinct, I don't know what to tell you.
Not while my brain feels ready to burst at any given moment.
私告白とかされたことないからちょっと日本語わかんなくなった
No.
くせ君はやっぱり可愛いな。選定の参加者と向き合っている時とはまるで別人だ。
Oh, we opened the floodgate. It's over. I feel my capacity for speech diminish by the second as she stares into my eyes. She's completely different from how she was 10 minutes ago. Can't see her as the same Mishima Miharu I knew before. That's correct. I always thought she was pretty, but the nightscape only serves to exacerbate that truth. I'm gonna need her to stop. I already know where this is going. Please just stop.
We don't know.
That being said, I don't.
即答で断られなかっただけで 今は十分かな。
Uh,
僕の方がはっきり口にしたからかえってすっきりしたよ。
oh no.
あ、そう、それはよかったね。
I can feel my breathing becoming more ragged. Same bestie.
You know, would have been hilarious. I just had this thought that of what would be the worst thing she could say, like blabber out, and I was like, she's
I
like,
love Naomi.
no. Well, maybe, but like it kind of. But where she's like, I'm sorry, I'm not into you or women. I only see you as a friend. If I were into women, I think I like Naomi more. But it's like,
What is wrong with you? Who hurt you? God.
Hit her with the friend. Hit her with the I'm not into women. And the if I even was, it wouldn't be you. Hit her with all of it. I said it was the worst thing. I said the worst thing she could say.
Yeah. Yeah, it sure is. Not the damn.
Damn. Damn.
Oh, it's pain. Miharu's next line yanks me right back to reality, though.
Snap back to reality.
返事は僕が死ぬ前に聞かせてほしい。
No, I'm done. No, I'm tapping out. I don't think we can finish this one, actually. I don't think that's how that works. I think this is the end, right? It just ends after this conversation. It's fine, right? We can't. I was already thinking it. Why do you have to say it? I won't avoid it. I'll give her an answer, no matter what. It's my turn to show the same resolve that she showed me, after all. How I'll go about it has to remain a mystery for now.
They're basically saying, nope, you don't get to know.
It's nothing new, though. I've faced these kinds of obstacles many times before.
What do you mean? What's that supposed to mean?
I don't know. I think she's gone back to being stupid.
I've turned down women before.
No, I can't. She said this has never happened before, so I don't know what she's talking about. It's up to me to decide for myself. It's my life, after all.
Me to decide, gay or not gay.
I kind of hope she dies.
Miharu or Rinka?
Rinka, I kind of just need her to die.
わかった。
I can't do this. Please, my heart.
でもね、ちょっと少しそれなりにじっくり考えさせて。
Bro, either friend zone her or agree. Do one.
Miharu nods, a smile on her face. We head home next. While I may have bought myself some time to give her an answer, our walk back is awkward considering we're alone together.
I love how she's like, I bought myself some time. Do you want to keep going?
Good, fuck you, good. I hope you lost sleep. Good.
Do you want to keep going or you want to stop?
Oh.
I'm fine stopping.
I think I can keep going if you want to. I think I can do it. I think I can be strong.
I think I can be strong. I'm fine either way. I'll leave it up to you.
Okay. I can't slay. I slept particularly well last night. My heart was racing even when I went to bed.
I can't slay.
I can't slay. I can't slay. I can't do it anymore. I've been deslayed. I lost my gay card. It's over. I can't. No, I'm okay. It's okay. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. I've seen worse. It's fine. That was easy.
Yeah, sure.
Part of me even entertained the thought that everything else I'd come to see and learn during Divine Selection wouldn't hold a candle to this.
No.
Oh, it hurts. No, it's fine. It doesn't hurt. It's fine. It's everything is normal. This is actually fun. Maybe that's true though. I mean, it makes sense depending on one's viewpoint of how the human heart works. Yeah, even at school, I'm unable to keep my mind off it. Miharu and Mao get there before me, so I make it a point to give them a cheery greeting to try and switch gears.
おはよう。あ、リータンおはよう。今日はちょっと遅いね。
リンカ。
お、おはよう。
Oh, it's over. It's so doomed. It's so doomed. Her face lit up like a goddamn cherry tomato. Oh, there's nothing different about Miharu today. She speaks to me like she always does, but it leaves me flustered. Welcome to becoming aware. You'd think nothing happened last night, judging by her attitude. Cause she's loved you the whole time. Gee. Oh no. Mao makes no effort to hide her suspicion by staring at us. And Mao's intelligent and probably gonna figure it out. I can't blame her when I'm acting like this first thing in the morning. After battling my way through a grueling gauntlet of classes with less than a third of my typical concentration, the sweet release of lunch break finally arrives. The sweet, sweet release of literally anything else. Miharu has some business with one of our teachers, so it's just Mao and myself. Relieving, considering I'm still not sure I can talk to Miharu normally. So you say that, and then Mao's gonna ask you, she told you, didn't she? And you're gonna be like, huh? Told me what? I sip my vegetable juice before getting started on my sandwich.
リータン、ミハルに告られた？
No! Okay, it's fine. And the juice flies right back out of my mouth.
図星かよ、ウケる。まあ、二人を見てたら丸分かりだよ。
Fair enough.
もうちょっと言い方ないの？っていうか、マオ、知ってたの？その
You're the only one that doesn't know, bestie.
知らなかったのはリータンくらいのもんだよ。ナオリンも察してただろうし、もしかしたらミハルンから直接聞いてるかもね。で、決めたの？
Say no, say yes. There's only two options.
Well, vague. It's easy to understand what she's asking. The only thing that comes after a confession is a response.
Nah. We can drag this out for a few years.
まだ。まず、ミハルの気持ちをどう受け止めていいのかがわからないよ。 私告白なんて他にされたことないし、そもそも女同士だし。もしマオが私だったらどうする？
知らね。
A quick and blunt answer as she focuses more on jamming a straw into her strawberry milk. She probably knew I was about to ask.
でもうちがわかるのはさ、ミハルン的には生半可な覚悟じゃなかっただろうなってことかな。
Yeah, about 6 breaths worth.
まあ悩んでちゃんと考えて絶対返事をすることじゃない？
I mean, she almost fumbled by saying, "Yeah, I love you too, friend." She's like, "Wait a minute."
She paused. She paused. She figured it out. It's fine.
I would laugh my ass off if she didn't figure it out, and then Miharu just laughing. And she's like, "What?" Rika's just confused.
I know. I had zero faith.
I would have loved that. That would have been amazing for me.
No.
リータンが断ってもうちは何にも思わないよ。ミハルンも友達に戻るだけ。別にうちらの関係は大して変わんないんじゃないかな。
I don't think that's true, but
I'll
okay.
go back to being your friend for a few weeks until she dies.
あ、でももし付き合った場合にうちがお邪魔虫でのけもの一人ぼっちになっちゃう？まあそん時はナオリンに話し相手になってもらおう。
Oh god. Hearing Mao ramble on helps to cheer me up a bit. As she said, maybe I don't need to worry about this too much. I mean, I'll still take it seriously. I just won't worry about my answer affecting our friendship, because she's dying in a few weeks. Actually, wouldn't it change if I say yes?
Nah, it wouldn't change at all, bro. Nah.
She's dying in a few weeks. We'd be girlfriends, right? For a few weeks. A number of questions come to mind, but I do my best to push them aside and focus on the fact that we'll still be friends regardless.
If you want to be cruel and extra effed up, you refuse her as you're ending her life. You okay?
I know you can't see me, but I'm looking at you.
Wait, what would be more cruel? Refusing her as you end her life, or agreeing? Be like, but nothing we can do. Bye bye.
That if you wait to give her your answer until the final moment when you're both up on the election podium and you say, by the way, I love you too, and then pull out her 3 cards. Awful. Absolutely awful. Insane.
Chaos.
Will you click the button?
恋愛なんてテレビと漫画の中だけのことだと思ってたよ。
Okay.
Oh no.
うわ
Oh boy.
Oh, I love her. Best girl still to this day. Beginning to end. Mao's face contorts in horror at what I just said. Yep, definitely freaked her out with that one. I know more or less why. Even worse, I have no way to defend what I just said, so I try to change the subject instead. Fortunately, we managed to avoid bringing it up again until after lunch. If anything, I feel like I'll be able to set it all aside for now and hang out with Miharu like always.
Oh.
Friday? Oh my god.
It's Friday.
Oh. Friday. I've spent my time thinking about both Miharu and Divine Selection. The possibility that both myself and Scale suggested of everyone being able to survive weighs on my mind again. Miharu would likely tell me not to bother if I brought it up with her. So maybe I should talk to Naomi about it instead?
ちょうどナオミと放課後に会う約束をしてたっけ
I haven't given up on learning the truth behind Divine Selection. Going through a bunch of books and hoping for the best might not be the best approach, but I don't want to stop. I'm a little more knowledgeable when it comes to the architecture and styles related to that place now, at least. For example, the designs aren't just for show, they reflect the time periods in which they were made, and are a result of necessities from those times. Let's put that aside for now.
聞いてもらおう、ナオミに。
No need to be reserved at this point. I've already accepted that I need to reply, Jesus. She does need to reply, but come on. I've already accepted that I need to rely on others to press onward. Demon cat!
あんた
Seems like Leth snuck into my bed while I wasn't paying attention. That serves as a reminder that I should probably change my sheets, what with summer fast approaching.
お邪魔します。
だから誰もいないって。
I feel like this hurts more now that she knows that Miharu likes her, and she's just actively spending more time with Naomi now more than ever.
But she doesn't know that Naomi might have feelings for her. I don't even think Naomi knows if she does have feelings for her. She doesn't even know that Miharu attacked Naomi thinking she had feelings for her. So in her mind, she's
Right.
hanging out with her friend, no different than Mao.
Yes, but that doesn't change the fact that it's pain.
Well, you know, skill issue on Miharu's part.
I laugh when I remember that we've had a similar exchange regarding politeness upon entry before. Naomi doesn't know about Miharu confessing to me. Mao said she's aware of Miharu's feelings for me, but I feel that it's best not to bring it up with everyone. Mao caught on without me saying anything, so I'll chalk that up to a simple accident. Meanwhile, Naomi walks in. So, what did you say about Miharu's confession?
And then she's like,
The plan for today is to...
she's like, because if you're gonna turn her down, I'd like to shoot my shot too. It's like, wait, what?
Oh no. Oh no. Oh. The plan for today is to go through some more books for an hour and then open up the store. Just as we've moved over to our table and tossed a bunch of books and notebooks on it, Naomi hits me with a surprising question.
先輩、もう決めたんですか？
What?
It's not what she means, and we're gonna mistake it for that.
のこと？
どうしたんですか？全員が指名できなくなる状態をまず作ってみる。
Yeah, there we go. Okay.
それをスケールさんにもう一度話しに行くっていうのはどうなったのかなって。
It's impossible to be normal. A wave of relief washes over me. I nearly panicked over the possibility of her having realized the situation with Miharu.
私は私の道を行くことに決めたんだ。
I'm gonna say no, friend. Exact words.
I haven't told her about my parents either. Miharu's likely to tell her soon enough. Knowing that, she might be a bit confused by my statement. That's the answer I've reached, though. Nothing will change it. Professional hater? Yes! Yes, that is... Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, 100%. I live to torment Banana.
You're Banana. I'm B99.
Yes, so I still live to torment myself.
Congratulations. Oh, more hydrate. Thank you. I felt a real connection with my parents when Miharu told me about them. Much younger and less competent than they were at the time, but the fact remains that I would do everything I could to help save a powerless child. That fundamental desire serves as a link between us and most human beings.
Most.
In fact, right. Definitely not all. Case in point, still staring at you. In fact, that may very well have been what's influenced my actions up till now. In other words, I've been acting on instinct. Everything I did for Keiko, Sonia, and Shigetsugu was all by my own will. Yeah, at the same time, it wasn't. The blood flowing through my veins is what spurred me on. Yeah, okay.
先輩の道ですか？
That all changes now. I'm gonna be a ruthless killer from now on. I won't let my blood or my instinct influence how I live my life anymore.
ナオミの時とは違う。誰かを助けるためって理由はない。私が生きたいから。ナオミやミハル、マオやおばあちゃんやお客さんたちと普通の日常を過ごすために。
Wow, the way they changed that translation heavily.
ミハルと私の二人だけが残ってどっちも指名しない状態を作り出す。そこからは未知の領域かもしれない。他の人の命なんてもう知らない。私にできるのはその人の生きた痕跡を知って忘れないようにするだけ。こんな私でもナオミは一緒に罪を背負ってくれる。
Scenery from the park flashes through my mind.
I was about to say, like, what the hell? We were in a cafe.
I told her not long after Divine Selection had started that I may not have it in me to shoulder the burden of eliminating other participants. Naomi offered to shoulder it with me back then. But the resolve I have now wasn't a factor before. And yet, I had yet to awaken to who I really was. If there's anyone I have to thank for doing so, it's
リンカ先輩今すっごくリンカ先輩って感じです。
Oh.
is it?
何それ。
Naomi continues, struggling to overcome her shyness.
そうですね。私が言いたいのは、これって今までと何も変わってませんよ。美晴先輩と二人になるってことも、私が重荷を背負わせてもらうってことも。だから心配なんていりません。
Naomi answers with a smile. Now it's all clear. Everything I do from here on will be of my own will. This is my path now.
ただ、スケールさんの行動が気になります。8度目の選定で美晴先輩を指名したとき、防御を打ち破らなかったのは、それをしてしまったら9度目にリンカ先輩に指名されるから
Who's to
だと
say?
思うんです。
分かってる。あの人は私を丸め込めると思ったから、あえて美晴と私を残したんだと思う。
It's entirely possible that I would have taken his suggestion to heart before Miharu's confession, too. It's far easier to think about ways for everyone to survive. Looking back, I was basically turning my eyes away from reality.
美晴先輩の話も受けて、きっと彼はそろそろ何か手を打ってくるはずだと思います。少なくとも自分の指名を引き延ばしできるような何かを。
Just as Naomi finishes her sentence, the phone rings. Bring. Not my cell phone, the store's landline. All inquiries regarding orders and supplies go straight to my gran right now, and this isn't a place that requires reservations, so it's rare for that phone to ring at all. Knowing that, I prepare myself before picking up.
お電話ありがとうございます。喫茶ライオン館でございます。
こんにちは、お嬢ちゃん。スケール・ジョーンズって言えばわかるね。君個人の連絡先はまだ調べていないから、ここにかけさせてもらったよ。
I make eye contact with Naomi when I hear his voice. No doubt she's realized it's him too. There's something disturbing about what he said, though. The way he said it implies that he could find information pertaining to me whenever he wanted.
少し俺の話を聞いてほしくてね。君と二人でだ。警戒することはないよ。当然、女神の選定についての話だ。
He's gonna try to build your humanity.
今日の8時頃、そこへ来てくれるかい?
He doesn't even expect me to decline.
Just don't show up.
Once I agree, he shares the bar's location. Turns out it's not too far at all. I can walk there without issue.
では、待っているよ。
Call lasts a mere 2 minutes.
大丈夫でしたか？
うん。私と話したいみたい。多分、美晴は交渉の余地がないことを分かっているから、私なんだと思う。今晩、行ってくる。
Naomi looks concerned at first, but nods in agreement a moment later. I've never been a fan of the atmosphere in this part of town at night. I come in regular clothing, but that doesn't stop random guys from trying to chat me up. There are also plenty of drunks around despite it not even being 8 p.m. I come across a sign that I definitely would have missed had I not known about it beforehand as I make my way through this awful place. Milk Crown is located here. Its entrance is partially underground. Music from a popular rock band plays over the store's speakers. It's an all-girl band called Silky Strawberry, if I remember right. I've seen them on TV before. As for the customers, there's only one, a lone man sitting at the counter.
いや、この店は俺やフェデリーコ君が打ち合わせをするのによく使っていてね。すっかり常連なのさ。もっとも、フェデリーコ君が問題を起こしたようで、出禁を食らってしまったけれどね。
He sure did.
おごりよ。何がいい？
ジュース何でもいいです。
It's obvious someone underage like me shouldn't be in a place like this. There are numerous bottles of various types of alcohol lined up on the shelf behind the counter. They seem expensive, judging by the intricate bottle designs. Scale has a glass already. Inside is a slightly transparent, fizzy yellow drink. Obviously, I have no clue what it is, but it doesn't seem like beer. While nervous about being in this sort of establishment, I make it a point to not let scale influence me. I'm given a glass of mixed juice. It even has an orange slice wedged onto the rim of the glass. I thank him for it, then Scales gets right to the point.
俺は自分がなるべく正義の側にいたいと思っていたんだ。
Bullshit.
正義の側ですか。
He still hasn't defined justice for me.
世の中に完全な正義なんてない。議論されすぎて陳腐化してしまっているようなことだけれど、俺は真理だと思っている。
What?
Thank you for confirming that you're just full of shit, man. Awesome.
例えば、残虐な方法で親を殺した犯人を少年が復讐のため殺すこと。どちらも犯罪だが、この少年を悪だと言い切れるかい？俺は言い切れないと思う。
Okay, thank you for providing examples. We're getting closer.
大切なのはあくまで
He's a big fan of
心の
Batman.
持ちようだ。俺はたとえ罪を犯していても、この場合の少年は正義の側にいるんだと思っている。
どっちがどっちなのか私には分かりません。スケールさん、あなたは私に何が言いたいんですか？
悪だと思っていたアランやフェデリーコ、彼らの人生を思うと、彼らもまた正義の側であるとも考えるようになった。
What does that have? Okay.
全員が指名して防御する。その方法を俺たちは試してみるべきなんじゃないか？
What the fuck?
ミハルの話、あなたも聞いていましたよね。
Divine selection is a ritual carried out to determine a vessel for the goddess. While true that we would be able to live on, Miharu made it clear that things will become tenuous if more than one participant remains.
だから試してみるべきと言っているんだ。女神も最初の時点でこの可能性を俺たちが思いつくことを示唆していた。女神がどんな対策を取ってくるのか見届けてから俺たちはさらに今後の方針を考えればいい。実際に女神が動くまで俺たちは何もできない。あるいは全てフェイクという可能性もある。女神は複数人が残った場合のことをその時が来てのお楽しみと曖昧な言い方をしていた。 そのことで俺たちに無意識的にその結末を避けさせようとしたとも考えられはしないかい？
つまりどういうことなんですか？
女神の器が一人に絞られなかった場合、女神自身が消滅するとか。
I gulp way too loudly. Thinks Parka would actually disappear? That's a bit much for me to process. I guess it's a bit easier to grasp when you consider the fact that she has to remain there. At the same time, I'd much rather understand what becoming her vessel entails, along with why she has to rely on the body of a human in the first place.
もっとも、俺もそこまで全てがうまくいくとは思っていない。けれど、ここまで生き残っていた5人ならば、どんな困難でも乗り越えられると思わないかい？
Not necessarily, but okay. His voice is full of confidence. The way he speaks reminds me of those politicians who go around and make public speeches. Sure does. Chances are good that I can't conceal my suspicion toward him with that image in mind.
君が俺を信用できないのはよくわかる。君にとって俺は協力関係にあった美晴を指名した裏切り者でしかないだろう。これではとても正義の側にいようとする行動とは思えないね。だから一度、俺のこれまでの人生を聞いてほしい。君には俺の情報が知られているはずだ。もはやカードを取得されるという心配をする必要はないからね。
I say nothing, but he opts to continue anyway.
俺はスケール・ジョーンズ。誕生日は9月30日。天秤座だ。
Okay. His life story follows, okay? He was born in America, along the outskirts of Texas to be precise.
Oh no.
And yet he
not
looks
Texas.
like Crocodile Dundee. Huh?
Oh no, not Texas.
His childhood was as normal as could be. He lived a simple life with his parents, an older brother, and a dog. However, comparisons between him and his brother became common as he grew up. Not only was his brother always top of the class, he was exceptionally skilled at any and all sports. He was even on par with Scale's own friends on the football team who had been scouted. Scale was compared to his brother at every turn due to this, which became a source of stress for him. It led to him coming to hate the brother he once spent so much time with as a child. However, it was the camera that saved him from all of that. His parents bought him one for his 14th birthday, which he became obsessed with. He was able to find joy in taking pictures. His parents soon came to understand that he was gifted with immense artistic sense. He was different from his brother, and his parents began to accept this. Apparently, it was Scale's own brother who suggested the camera to his parents as they were at a loss for what to get him. This caused Scale's hate to turn to respect. His interest shifted toward advertising following this. Thus, he made his way to the city to study graphic design at a local college. He did this because he figured that it would be hard to earn a living solely through taking pictures. His goal was to learn how to make the most from the pictures he would take.
高校時代、カメラ好きを公言していた俺は、スポーツの試合があるたびに写真を撮るため呼ばれた。この時はあまり快く思っていなかった。しかし、大学で一人暮らしを始めると価値観が変わった。世界が広がったように感じたんだ。その時から俺はスポーツの写真を撮る面白さを知った。 一瞬一瞬を切り取る写真の究極の形さ。知識と経験と、そして運がなければベストな写真を絶対に撮れない。
本当に好きなんですね。
That's my honest impression based on his facial expression as he talks about it. He's almost like a little kid telling someone about their favorite toy. It's nothing like the impression I got from our search for his information and what Alan shared with me. It's very human, I guess.
Yeah.
カードを持っている君になら、ここからは説明不要かな。スポーツの頂点といえば、俺にとってはオリンピック。
Think the world would agree with you, my guy?
自国の選手が金メダルを勝ち取る瞬間を撮影したい。これが今も抱え続ける俺の未練だ。
I was like thinking, you think it has more to do with, because if his brother is an athlete, you think he wants to capture his brother's moment more specifically?
Maybe, but they literally just said that this was it, so I guess not. But I was kind of seeing that tie-in too, because they were putting heavy emphasis on like, oh, he was like good at sports, but you know. However, he moved into the entertainment industry after a brief stint at a newspaper. To be more blunt, he became a paparazzi. He made sure to detail that too. Turned out that the father of one of his friends who had been employed at a real estate firm was a famous actor. However, the paparazzi had evidence of him committing adultery. What's more, it turned out it wasn't a single affair. He had been seeing others for years, and he even had an illegitimate child. Not too familiar with foreign films and stuff, but even I'd heard of the person before.
俳優の息子であることを知られていた A のもとにマスメディアが押し寄せただけでなく、嫌がらせも多かった。隠し子の周囲にいた過激な友人たちが中心となって小さな嫌がらせを積み上げた。隠し子は荒れた連中と付き合いがあるだけでなく、自堕落なやつだった。大手企業に就職し、キャリアを積み上げている A に嫉妬したんだろうよ。同じ血を引いているのに環境が違うだけでどうしてってな。一番の差は環境ではなく努力に決まっているのにさ。嫌がらせといっても軽犯罪行為もある。何より A の精神は着実に蝕まれていったのさ。
Oh.
Oh, rip.
そして最終的に A は自殺した。皮肉なことに A の自殺を機にスキャンダルは収束していった。ここまで聞いてどうして俺がパパラッチになったかと思うだろう。むしろ連中を恨むはずじゃないかって。
Yeah.
はい。
俺はね、不倫をした A の父親が一番悪いと思っている。問題の根本はここだ。火のないところに煙は立たない。スキャンダルがなければ写真は撮れない。スキャンダルを撮ればそれだけ有名人は自分の行動を改める機会を得ることができる。俺はパパラッチってのは一種の抑止力だと思っている。だからもっともなかなか受け入れられないだろうけれど、俺は自分が正義の側にいるのだと信じている。
I mean, I guess.
I don't think she cares. Yeah. With that, Scale's lengthy monologue ends. And I now know a side of him that I never would have learned otherwise.
Which means you're dead. 。
He has his own convictions, his own way of life.
Because every time we specifically learn about someone, they end up dead.
True. I can't say I understand or feel for him, but I can't deny that he's gone through his fair share in life.
美晴を指名したのは俺の弱さだ。彼女に対して俺の情報をすぐに集めるんじゃないかという恐怖があった。その恐怖に俺は負けた。俺はあの瞬間、悪に落ちた。
We're still going with that.
だから彼女がすでに俺の情報を集めていて、指名を防いでくれて本当に良かった。その安心が俺を再び正義の側に引き戻してくれた。だから俺は全員で生き残ることを選びたい。可能性を選び取りたい。だから頼む。信じてくれ。
Scale places his arms to his sides and bows deeply. He must have done some research on the best ways to influence people from Japan.
あなたの話は信じます。
There's no hesitation in my response. I already know how I feel about him. It was the answer I decided on as soon as he started his story. Perhaps since he called me even.
ありがとう。君ならそう言ってくれると思っていた。
でも
Got him.
信じたとこ
The
ろで
sun music
あな
end.
たが人間だってちゃんと認識したところで私の意思はもう決まっています。
Even I'm surprised at how cold I sound right now. I never knew I had it in me to speak in this tone.
私はあなたを指名する。
Whoa! Okay, that's aggressive. Before it was just like, nah, man, pass. Now it's just like, I'm killing you. Like, oh my god. I chug what remains of my juice. The tart flavor makes me wince a little. Following that, I ask the bartender the price and then hand over 1,200 yen. About as pricey as you'd expect from this kind of place. Yeah, a $12 juice, my
あなたがどんな人か
god.
知ることができてよかったです。あなたを脱落させても私はあなたのことを
Jeez.
決して忘れません。
Thanks for telling me your life story. I'll do my best not to forget. I leave a dumbfounded Scale behind after I walk away.
Bro, he's just like, wow.
Part of my doing that is to avoid him trying to convince me otherwise, as that's the sort of person he is. I knew how I was going to respond, but I'd be lying if I said my conviction didn't waver as I heard him out. I know I'm a big softie. It's in my blood, after all. The hustle and bustle of the streets outside is as loud as expected, and yet I somehow feel like I can hear a scream of pure anguish come from inside the bar.
Oh, damn.
I grit my teeth and make my way back home. I have no right to feel bad about the decision I've made. I know that. But I can't help but place a shaking hand over my shaking heart.
Shirley said, nah, skill issue, bro. Bye.
Ooh. Whoa. Okay, Alan Pov.
Alright. I personally feel like this is good.
Yeah, that's fair.
Alright.
Far enough removed from the trauma for me to... Oh, but we're gonna... Oh, not the podcast screen. Oh,
You ready?
It's fine. It's
You
fine.
ready? You're gonna love what I did.
Are you ready, kids?
All right.
Oh, oh, that's so foul.
What? What's foul?
You might have to invert the banana as well. Or do you just not want to look at me?
Anyways.
Look at me with your special eyes and your fucking drool.
Anyways. Wasn't that fun?
No.
Oh, come on.
I'd say like it was probably like 60% fun, 40% suffer, so that's pretty good. We're still positive. We're still
We're still positive. Let's go.
We learned a lot of nonsense today.
Yeah, that whole reincarnation, well, not reincarnation, that possession thing just threw me off. I was like, all right, I guess we're going with this.
Yeah, I'm so curious what the purpose of that is gonna be. Like, I'm wondering if this is just like a punishment for Parka or something. Like, I don't know. We'll see.
KD, yeah.
Positive KD, let's go, baby.
I say it took me.
I have suffered less than I have had fun.
It was. I don't know. I have to see how it ends, but it's like they like wanted an explanation but couldn't think of anything.
Yeah. I don't think like a lot of it is fine. I feel like they filled in a lot of the holes that they made. I find myself curious why a so-called god is so heavily reliant on the subconsciousness of select humans. Yeah, like just to exist. I hope they explain that. I bet they will, because the question has already been raised by characters in game.
Yeah, I don't know.
But everything else I think is kind of okay.
It's
you know?
gonna be weird because that just means whoever wins or like they're just having a buddy with them. It also means that we're kind of never free because upon our death, we have to do the game again.
Do it again, baby! If we didn't already know that Miharu was the last one, I would almost wonder if Shigetsugu was, and that's why he was fine with not playing and fine with dying.
I think he was just
like,
old.
nah, I'm
He's
good.
like, nah, I'm good. Anyways.
No, I know.
I think if they... I don't know. It's kind of weird how it's like she doesn't know and she knew. Because, I don't know, when her interactions with Parka made it seem like they just met. But apparently she's been known her since she was a child. A baby. I don't know. It feels weird.
I guess. I mean, I don't know if I would say like they made it look like she just, because Miharu's the one that's been asking the most questions. So I feel like Miharu has been treating Parka differently than everybody else. It's just she's been getting like cock blocked this whole time because Parka's been refusing to answer things. There's also the idea behind like, I don't know, maybe her memories have been altered, or I don't know. It's hard to say, but I don't think this is the first time she's met Parka, because she's always looked at Parka with disdain in particular.
Which makes me like, maybe it's just me, but I feel like why does she look at her with such disdain? Because as far as she's aware, they've known each other since she was an infant. I feel like she would have a closer bond with her, if anything.
A bond? Parka's the reason why she killed Rinka's parents. She probably fucking hates her.
Rinka's
She's
parents made
probably
that.
a lot of the reason why she's cripplingly depressed too.
I
And all
don't
of
know.
her survivals, her survivor's guilt and shit. Like,
Maybe, but I
no,
don't know. I
fully
feel
believe
like
she fucking hates that hoe.
I don't know. Maybe because I don't feel like again it benefits Parka telling her, "Oh yeah, by the way, you killed Rinka's parents and stuff." I think she just remembered that later on in life. It's possible she did remember that later on in life, and prior to that, she may have liked Parka. I don't know.
Maybe she probably didn't think Parka was real too, because who sits there in a dream world talking to someone every night and doesn't think that that's just someone that exists inside their head like crazy? But then all this shit happens and you suddenly realize, oh, it's all real.
Yeah.
Or maybe even a little bit before. It's hard to say. But like, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Probably. So yeah, that just wait. I think
Voice in her head driving her crazy. Golly
So-
gee.
so. You think the third person, because they said it was Rinka's parents and another. You think that third person was the previous vessel?
Potentially, if they were so easily brought on board for the plan of the triple kill to save the child.
I mean, I would assume. But, I mean, it could have been anyone because it's a child, so they probably were like, oh crap. I don't know. It's a weird question. If you were a participant in this and you knew that only one could survive and whoever survived would have Parka and upon their death this game would happen again, would you be like okay with thrusting that on a child if it means their survival? I don't know. Or would you try to selfishly keep that for yourself?
Well, I would want to end the game and kill a god. That would be fun.
Well, we don't even know what happens if more than one person survives. What happens? Scale was
Yeah,
just
we don't know what
speculating.
happens that way, and we don't know what happens if nobody survives.
Which I don't see how that's
So
gonna happen.
I would be viscerally curious. So I'm not the person to ask, but otherwise, if I was told specifically someone has to survive and it can only be one, and we're looking like around the room at everybody and we're taking a survey, if that baby was otherwise healthy, yeah, I would choose the baby 100%.
I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, deaths are more tragic the younger they are. Like that's kind of just how it is. So like I probably would have done the same thing here, except for the fact that again Sonia was quite literally terminally ill. So like I would be like, okay, well you're gonna die in a few days, so that doesn't make sense. It's just gonna start the game over again. So I would have just be like, okay, not Sonia. And then you is an assassin and went back to being an assassin as soon as he remembered who he was. So I'm gonna lean towards probably not, because he wasn't looking for redemption. In fact, he was looking to die. So who's next after that? Just us, the high schoolers. I don't know. I don't need it. Miharu can have it, but Miharu already had it, so I guess I'll take it. I don't know. She had it, knew she had it, chose to die. Well, I don't know how much she knew she had it, right? But yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I guess that leaves us. I don't know. I guess I'm fine with it.
Hell yeah.
We died in a horrific tragedy.
And
We didn't try to end it all.
and then
The
we have a
train
bunkmate.
exploded because you was psycho.
We have a bunkmate after that.
Yeah, we'll have two maybe, because I still don't know who the fuck that guy is. The more the merrier. Let's
Yeah.
see how crazy we can truly be. Yeah, I'm excited to see the rest of that reveal because I feel like her story is going to be really crazy.
Oh, probably the youngest after. Yeah. Cause he's young. Cause Federico called him a kid. Alan is young. He's either just probably like a bit older, but still young than Miharu.
Yeah. Yeah, Alan still being a teenager fucked me up when we found that out. I was like, no. That is crazy, you're right.
Yeah, Federico called him a kid, and I was like, wow.
Yeah, absolutely wild.
But yeah.
He also tried to kill babies. Yeah, he didn't exactly play the game in an honorable way. He just played to win and he lost anyway. What an idiot.
Listen. It was a valiant effort. He pretty made it far. I think if he was still cold-blooded to the end, maybe.
Yeah, the part that's difficult for me is they are trying to humanize him, and I think if I knew his backstory, I think I could forgive him for things he's done during the game. Like, if he wasn't a cold-blooded killer psychopath before the game and just became one for the sake of survival for a really solid reason, and then he went back to being as normal as possible, even though it's pretty messed up what he did, and he's gonna have to live with it. Like, I think I'd be okay with it. And he's on the table, but that's like, I would have to know a lot of extenuating circumstances to just in good conscience be like, yeah, he's okay. Because otherwise, I've been wanting him to die this whole time.
Well,
for real. He's insane.
From the snippets, we'll probably get his backstory before he goes. That's generally what they do. They give us their backstories before they get eliminated.
Yeah, and we've already seen a small flash of a woman in a window. So we'll have to figure that out.
Yeah. Who knows?
Oh boy.
Okay. Anywhere you need want us to
Alrighty.
go?
I was gonna ask you.
Oh. I have only 2 considerations. Maybe 3.
Okay. I pick number 1.
Charmies it is, I guess.
Let's go. Thanks for hanging out today. Nice to meet you, Alterna. We'll be back Thursday with more, and it'll be an actual normal stream. Smiles.
What are you talking about? This is super normal. Oh, I changed the picture,
Yeah.
so there you go.
It's been totally normal this whole time. I did see that. Thank you. Thank you for reminding me of my own suffering. Me when I suffer. Yeah, business as usual. So true. Nothing weird here. Nothing bizarre here at all. Yeah. No, stop it.
What?
You're so foul. Or are you just like cycling through them? Like, look at all the pain and suffering and the horror. The outright horror.
Horror.
Oh, yeah, that's messed up too. Oh, are you gonna pull out the funeral one next too?
Oh, thank you for
I
reminding me.
remember. Yeah, I was gonna say I remember all the tragic ones you have.
There you go.
What was that? But that's not the funeral. That's the moment. And she's like, huh?
What are you talking about? It's right there.
That was when there it is.
Oh, I
Yeah,
have
we have
one
to
more.
remember that the stream's on a bit of a.
Okay, there we go. We'll do this one and we'll leave.
Yeah, that one's bad.
Anyway,
That one's.
see ya. Raid message for us going. Yeah.
I'm assuming I spelled that right. Who's to say?
Alright, bye for now.
Yippee!